Hello guys, today we are trying something new and I hope you will like it. So we are playing novels and I choose Shores of Fate as I know what is Dark Temptation and I see some chapters of Dragon in my bed. I'm playing School Secrets now and I wanna play this but this is not released yet. So Shores of Fate. I like that these characters are animated and this is really cool. But of course I compare with Romance Club and I don't want this animation in Romance Club actually. But in this app it is very good. This makes this app unique, so to say. Well, let's see what it is. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and say in the comments, do you like this idea of playing me other apps or not? And of course, press like button. Let's start. Chapter 1. She's an accomplished historian and her dream is to finish her life's work, a book about a formidable pirate. As luck would have it, she comes to a Dominican Republic where not only will she find her true self but also forge her fate. Enter your name, Lily. Well, so let's choose Elizabeth as it is, so to say, pirate's book. It will be Elizabeth. Now you may choose the appearance of your character. Premium clothing gives access to additional scenes and character reactions to your appearance. Not so interesting for me, but as I understand, this is important part of this game. Let's choose. Okay. Two options. Okay. Well, you see, this is quite good. Casual. I like casual style. Summer Queen. Nah. Das ist nicht so gut. Pfu. It's not so good. I don't like this. But this I like. This is... I will think about it. Fluffy curls. Oh, how cute. Curly twirly. Defiant waves. Also very good. Pixie cut, no. Fluffy curls. This one for sure. Blonde. By the way, I like that you can choose exactly this way. For example, firstly, how your haircut looks like and then the color. It is very good. I wish it is this way in Romance Club. Gray, pink, red, oh man, blonde, good. And now checkmate. Yes, I like it. Choose. Do you like your choice? Yes. The dashing pirate William Kidd stepped onto the deck of his Shona adventure and... No, sounds too predictable. January 30, near the Malabar coast in the Indian Ocean, turned out to be unusually hot. That won't do either. Being a true Scotsman, William Kidd seemed too principled to his British partners, which didn't do him any favors in the political area. Okay, the plane is landing. I'll get back to it at the hotel. Well, what we have at the beginning, she is a writer and she has, so to say, creative crisis. And of course she wants some rest and she is in Caribbean. Interesting. Let's see. I can't believe I finally ended up in the Caribbean. The Dominican Republic looks like a real paradise after the winterly London. I hope I can quickly get through immigration and out of the airport. I can't wait to see the sea. I like this emotion. She's so kind. It looks like my dream is starting to come true. Here I can collect all the info I need for my book of pirates, so I'll be able to finish it. The main thing is to meet the deadline this time, otherwise Jane will eat me for lunch despite our friendship. Leaving the thought of a new chapter out of my head for a moment, I took my suitcase and headed towards the exit from the airport when suddenly... Damn it! Haha. Angry man? Why are you smiling? Uh-huh. But he looks handsome. How I like this animation. Oh man. A man ran into me. Of course. The suitcase flew several meters away. Not being able to keep on my feet, I instinctively grabbed onto someone else's shirt. Then a strong hand grabbed me by the lower back, preventing me from awkwardly falling to the floor, and pressed me to the strong body of its owner. We froze in place, and I felt myself blushing because of the ridiculous situation and the fact that my nose rested on the stranger's collarbone. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Wait, why am I apologizing? It was him that ran into me. I looked up and met with the man's stunned gaze. He turned pale as if he saw a ghost, but instantly pulled himself together. Are you all right? I finally released his shirt and took a step back, although for a second it seemed to me that he didn't want to let me go. Yes, it's me who needs to apologize, Senorita. Unfortunately, I was in a hurry and didn't notice you. Good of him to apologize. The stranger had a beautiful baritone voice and a disarming smile with which he bent down and picked up my suitcase. No apologies needed. I flew out here to collect material for a book, and you don't have to carry my things. Why are you saying that? Elizabeth, why? He doesn't need this information. Before I could finish the sentence, the lock clicked. The suitcase in man's hand opened, and some of its contents immediately ended up on the floor. Let's make this awkward moment more awkward. I rushed to pick up the dropped notebooks and show them back, trying not to miss a single piece of paper. Quite peculiar. How old are these letters? The stranger carefully picked up several faded sheets that were written several centuries ago and began to examine them with interest. They are quite old and have been my family's relic for a while, so could you please... I held out my hand, and the man, taking one last short glance at the letters, placed them in my palm. Say me that he's an ancient scientist. I don't know. Okay, it is not a coincidence for sure. Usually tourists that come to Dominican Republic bring swimwear, not ancient manuscripts. The manuscript is contemporary. Is it your custom to check other people's belongings anyway? Having stuffed things back and somehow securing the zipper with pins, I finally took a breath of relief. Let me make amends and call you a taxi. He wasn't asking, but stating a fact. I wouldn't want to spoil your first impression of this good country. I tried to refuse, but the man didn't listen to my objections. He grabbed my arm and led me to the exit. I insist. So you are a writer? And what you are writing about? Oh, how it could be. He was in a hurry, but now he has time. Interesting. Not marries you. No. Not at all. Here I go again, talking too much. How many times did Jane tell me to shut up and listen more? In this game, you can choose your character's responses and actions. I know it. The choice affects the story and dialogue with other characters. Be careful when making a decision. I'm very interested in what way it influences. Should I answer him? Lie, tell the truth. I see no reason to lie. About pirates and their history, mister? My name is Carlos, senorita. Hello, Carlos. Battle. So much romance club in my life. The man let out a weird chuckle. Pirates are an unusual topic. The Dominican Republic is not as rich in legend as Jamaica or Tortuga, but you can find a lot of interesting into here too. When we left the airport, the bright sun blinded me for a second. Carlos raised his hand and a taxi immediately stopped in front of us. He said something in Spanish to the driver and coldly opened the passenger seat door for me. Where are you headed? The Dominican Princess Hotel. Once again, Carlos turned to the driver and waited for his nod of agreement. A nice place. The taxi will take you there. And don't worry about money, senorita. What? But I can't accept this. You don't have to. I can pay. I don't doubt it. Consider this an apology for nearly knocking you off your feet, senorita. My name is Elizabeth, and you didn't. Happy to meet you. I hope we'll meet again, Elizabeth. With a smile, Carlos interrupted me and slammed the car door. The taxi immediately started to move. In the rear-view mirror, I noticed the unusual man still looking at me until the car finally disappeared around the corner. The whole trip to the hotel I wondered about what the hell just happened. The windows of the car offered a gorgeous view of the palm thickets, lily-white hotels, and of course, the blue expanse of the Caribbean Sea. When the taxi drove me to the Dominican Princess, I was concerned with going to the beach and nothing else. This is why I didn't argue with the driver much, as he refuses to take money from me, claiming in clumsy English that everything is fine. I have an appointment with a representative of the Museum of the Royal Houses in a few hours. I have enough time to lay about on the beach a little. I got the key to my room, went up to the right floor and... Very nice. Wow, now that is some suite. A luxury room with stunning sea vistas. How much does it cost? They even brought some champagne to the room as a welcome present. I just need to unpack and decide on my clothes for the beach. Yeah, diamond choices. Deep blue sea. Queen of Atlantis. Banquet flowers. Oh, I don't want to spend my diamonds. Having dealt with my suitcases, I imagined how I would look on the beach. That's fine. I wish I brought something better, but I feel comfortable in swimsuit. Oh, how does... I like this animation very much. Now it's time to get to know the place that I've written so much about and loosen up a little before burying myself in documents again. She's so sweet. For the past 6 months, I spent 10 hours every day at my laptop, just working on my book. I deserve some rest. Yes, girl, you deserve it. Uh-huh. When I reached the beach, I literally had to squeeze through the crowd to get to the sun loungers. I dropped my things and rubbed some sunscreen on. And of course, we are meeting here hot guys. Then I leaned back on the sun lounger and tried to distance myself from the screaming kids and loud music coming from the bar. Not quite what I dreamed of. And what do you want to? Elizabeth, you are so naive. A bunch of children flew past me with a wild screech and knocked over my things. The beach bag opened and the contest spilled onto the sand. Elizabeth, you should keep your things near you and observe better. Whew. These kids have no manners whatsoever. Shout at them, pick up your things. Oh, angry face. What about this situation? I think I would never shout at the random kids at the open beach. No way. I hurried to pick up my passport and room keys. I didn't shout at the kids, but simply swore under my breath. While I was packing my things into my bag, a guy came up to me, flashing a wide smile. Mm-hmm. Oh, Alexandro. Hola, mi amor. What does such a bonita dream of? I knew that I will need my Spanish somewhere. Yeah. Hola, mi amor. What does such a bonita dream of? Alejandro. I shook my head in confusion and was surprised to notice that his athletic body had already attracted the attention of most women on the beach. Are you talking to me? Elizabeth. Oh man. Oh. Yes, you. My name is Alejandro and I make dreams come true. I bet I know what you dream of, baby. Alejandro. First impression was better than this. I must be hearing things. Does he really offer what I think he's offering to any woman he sees? Are you kidding? Not so fast, Paul. I prefer to relax alone, without getting into trouble. Hey, no need to refuse so quickly. Everybody knows Alejandro, and Alejandro knows everything about here. Around here. Tell me your name, mi amor. Oh, his emotions. Eh. No. No. You are woman lovers. Mm-mm. You'd better move along now. I'm sure you'll find some women that will take an interest in you. But I like you. You are from the US, right? I'm from Great Britain. Britain is an American state, no? Oh, Alexandra. My god, make a joke, clarify. Make a joke. Something like that. The USA would love such a turn of events. It is funny. I like America. Rich country, much money. Many women. Yeah, Alejandro. If you say so. I wish I took my tablet with me just so I could defiantly bury my nose in it. I guess Alejandro can't take the hint. Yes. I got off the chair, slung my beach bag over my shoulder, and headed back to the hotel. Since I won't be able to calmly rest on the seashore, then perhaps the pool will be more to my taste. Let the guy look for another girl who will happily spend time with him. I'd much rather have a bite to eat. As soon as I thought about food, my stomach made a displeased rumbling noise. I got distracted and didn't notice Alejandro following me. Suddenly he roughly grabbed me by the waist and pulled closer. Hey, guy, keep your hand away. You don't know what you are missing out, mi amor. His hot whisper burned my ear, sending a wave of goosebumps down my skin. His hands were like a steel vise. I tried to break free. Damn it, what should I do? Punch him? Call for help? Um, Call for help? This choice won't make sense in real life, also. Um, it's not so good anyway, so punch him. Uh-huh. +1, I think it is strength. Yeah? Increased character attributes give access to exclusive answers and gameplay options. Let's see. I sharply threw my head back and heard something crunch over my ear. Alejandro's hand immediately let go, and I was able to step a couple of steps away. When I turned around, he was touching his nose and nestling, murmuring some curses in Spanish. Get out of here before I call the guards. You hit Alejandro. Yeah. Alejandro spat out blood on the sand and quickly disappeared among tourists. Great hit, honey. She's cute. A pretty smiling girl saluted me with a cocktail glass. It's a pity that tourists with kids or locals get in the way of enjoying the view. Yes, it is true. I agree completely. It's really pity. Do, do young guys like him often bother newcomers? Quite often. Still, I've never seen such an uppity idiot. Usually they try to behave more cautiously, without being noticed by the security of expensive hotels. I sat down on an empty lounger next to her, almost bumping into another child. Damn kids, these little shirts are uncontrollable. Me who are living with 4 kids. Yeah, I imagined the beaches of the Dominican Republic a little differently. No wonder, this is the hotel's beach. There are a lot of tourists here and even more garbage. If you want to see those pearl white beaches, you need to move further from Santo Domingo. It's clean there, the coconuts are hanging out the palm trees, and the locals don't get in your way that hard. Wow, she seems to know what she's talking about. Maybe I should ask about her, respond sarcastically. Why not ask? Why should I respond sarcastically? Ask about her. Ah, maybe I should ask about her. I think about the beach. Okay. I see no reason to respond sarcastically. That's some nice info. Are you a local tour guide or... No, but I've been living in the Dominican Republic for a year now, so I had enough time to figure out the local intricacies. Why do you sunbathe here then, and not in less crowded places? Because this is the only beach I can reach at lunch break. It is perfect work. Could you please send me your information about your work? The name's Jessica, by the way, Jessica Wilson. Elizabeth Campbell. You have an interesting accent. You're from Australia? She's very straightforward, probably an American. Yankees are straight as rails. The Great Britain. Ah, an English woman, I see. Most Brits rest up in the Canary Islands. Why did you come here? I can't decide where her straightforwardness appeals to me or irritates. I'm writing a book on William Kidd, so I came here to collect info for the text. William Kidd? That's a familiar name. Is that the baseball player? Yeah, this always goes this way when you are talking about your creation and then you speak without so to say with honor and then just this phrase. Really, I know history is a boring subject for many, but not to this extent. Tell her about him, make a joke. What for the first case of making a joke, I see the reason, but here she seems smarter than Alejandro. Maybe tell her about him? Okay. No, he is a famous 17th century pirate. I'm writing a book about him. About a pirate? Yes, the book will be about him and the sage of the. Oh, what is it? Quedah merchant. Quedah merchant off the coast of the Dominican Republic, which led to the execution and. Will this be a love story like 50 Shades, but about pirates? Jessica, I think you are smarter. No, it is an adventure novel based on historical events. I see. She seems to have lost interest in the book even before my explanation. Oh, yeah. I noticed a professional camera with an impressive lens laying on top of the purse next to Jessica's lounger. Jessica, are you a photographer? Nah, that's a hobby. I'm nurse at the Santo Domingo Hospital, not far from here. She pointed somewhere in the direction of other various hotels and returned to her cocktail. How did you end up in the Dominican anyway? It just sorta happened. They needed volunteers, so I volunteered. I don't really want to return home right now. Perhaps I was mistaken in thinking that Jessica is straightforward. She was quick to change the subject. Fine, I guess I'll just take a dip, as people won't leave me alone to sunbath in serene calm. Jessica, could you look after my things? Jessica looked at me intently from behind the edge of her cocktail glass, as if she was trying to assess whether I was serious or just kidding. I'll look after them, I promise. But be careful, Elizabeth. I hope my Californian charm affected you, and you won't be as trusting of the people you meet. What do you mean? I mean, the Dominican Republic is not as picture perfect as it seems at first glance. Of course, I haven't forgotten that guy's iron grip. I ran to the water and jumped right towards an oncoming wave surrendering to the Caribbean. The water was so warm it felt like milk froth. I swam away from the shore and came back relying only on the will of the tide. Not far from here, at the bottom of the sea, the wreckage of an old ship awaits me, just as I imagined as a child. I just have to wait for a little bit, and I'll see it. I drifted on the water surface for some time, looking at the bright blue sky, but soon I had to return to the shore. When I hurried to the lounger with my things and wrapped myself in a towel, Jessica started to pack up. Well, my grip is about to end. It was nice to meet you, Elizabeth. Thanks for looking after my stuff. Jessica seems to understand the local charm. She'll agree to show me a different side of the Dominican Republic, right? It'll help me in writing the book. Or should I avoid asking her See you, say goodbye. Well. I don't see how love lines are working here, and I don't know if it is love line choice or I can be just friends with her. I don't know. For now, I don't want romance her, but it is good to have a friend here. Maybe she will be eager to spend time with me, to tell me more about the Caribbean, for example. Okay, see you. Jessica plus one. Ah, she is a love line. Okay. I'll see you again, right? Yeah, why not? Us gringos need to stick together in the Dominican Republic. Let me give you my phone number. She took my smartphone and quickly typed in her number. Ciao, Elizabeth. Try not to get in trouble with the locals. Jessica confidently moved along the sand loungers, surrounded by admiring glances from men. Here am I, alone on the beach once again. Damn, it's time. I completely forgot about the meeting with the museum representative, but I still need to have lunch. I'm not surprised. You're out of time. I quickly returned to the hotel and had already passed through the reception when someone called me. Oh, Elizabeth Campbell. I really like how this guy looks. Really. I turned around and saw a handsome Dominican in front of me. His tanned skin greatly contrasted with the white shirt. A charming smile gave his face a sense of boyish spontaneity. A full head of dark hair made him look like a protagonist of an old adventure novel. Elizabeth Campbell, it's you, right? The administrator pointed you out to me. I should reply directly, ask back. Mm, ask back. Another local wants to bother me, although he looks harmless at first glance. I'm sorry, but I don't think I know you, Mr. He cleared his throat and blurted out an obviously pre-written response. Miguel Gonzalez. I'm representative of the Museum of the Royal Houses. Welcome to the Dominican Republic. Wow, museum employees look completely different back at home. I was sent to meet you at the airport, but we missed each other. Damn, we agreed to meet at the airport? Really? So embarrassing, though unsurprising. After 6 months of writing up the manuscript, I could forget about my own birthday when I ended up in the Caribbean. Not to mention the meeting. It's good that you provided the hotel name in the letter, otherwise I wouldn't have found you. I'm so sorry, I completely forgot about our agreement. You probably spent a lot of time because of me. It's okay, no need to apologize. He looked over at my beach bag and smiled. Did you have time to check out our beaches? It seemed to me there was a sarcastic undertone in his voice. I'm disappointed, ecstatic. Disappointed. Yes, but there is barely room to move at the hotel beach. So many tourists. And the sand is not as snow, white as it was advertised. Miguel nodded in agreement. Yes, Santo Domingo is a capital after all. Most visitors come here. Beaches should open up to the ocean, not be a shining example of cleanliness. By the way, I wanted to say that it's a great honor to meet you, Senorita Campbell. I'm your fan. Sorry, what? I was delighted with your article published in the English Historical Review. The one on the influence of pirateers on the political life of 17th century Haiti. You managed to give a fresh take on a familiar topic. My God. And your essay on the unfair execution of William Reed in the National Geographic. It really showed your genuine passion for the topic. I'm going to go bright red in embarrassment. He read my articles. No, not like this. He read my articles. Okay, I'll try to remain calm. Oh, are you alright? Oh, I guess I froze up with my mouth open, showing no signs of life. The effects of a long flight. He gave me an understanding nod and looked towards the hotel exit. Shall we continue our conversation somewhere else? I know a nice place with some great cuisine. I mean, I haven't eaten a thing the entire day. Let's go then, it's not far. Oman. Not the place I like. Miguel took me to a Juni biker bar. Men in leather vests were sitting at the counter as billiard balls were clattering against the sides of a wide table. The jukebox screamed with sounds of 70s rock. Please don't let the surroundings scare you, though it seems to me that you wanted to experience the real Dominican Republic and not just the tourist spots. Am I wrong? It's just me, or does he imply a challenge? I'm glad that's a weird place. Well, in real life, I would say that it is a weird place, but as a main character here, I should live her life. So for her, it is really good to know better the Dominican Republic places, for example, or something else, and that's why I'm glad this option is better, I think. I'm just glad to visit some place other than a sterile hotel restaurant, like such an authentic. One of the bikers standing next to the pool table threw a cue at the neighbor with a guttural cry. He was quite drunk and missed, but still managed to hit another visitor. A fight ensued. Such an authentic and unique establishment. Something tells me that this is a bit of revenge for the long wait of the airport. We urgently need to get back on topic, otherwise we won't be able to work at all. A large part of my book depends on cooperation with the museum. Yeah, it can get a bit noisy here, but trust me, tourists are never in any danger. I believe it, as if I have any other option. A couple of years ago, the Dominican Republic wouldn't be called a safe country. But the police took on local gangs and carried out large-scale arrests. So now you have nothing to fear in Santo Domingo. Jessica claimed the opposite. This bar too. Although it looks shabby, here you will find the best bandera in the capital and maybe in the whole of Dominican Republic. Bandera? Bandera is our traditional stew made with rice, beans, meat and fried bananas. Fried bananas? What? Oh, how mouth-watering. Sounds tasty, sounds fit for a pirate. Sounds tasty. Sounds like explosion of calories, but it should be tasty. People don't like to count calories in the Dominican Republic. Everything that's tasty is healthy. Yeah, he's one to talk. So lean and fit as if he's on the treadmill 24/7. They brought us a huge bowl of bandera and I eagerly pound it despite its calories. It really is amazingly tasty. Just as I said, Miguel doesn't fit into this establishment with his neat appearance and excellent manners. But still, he emanates the spirit of the ocean, the spirit of freedom. He looks like Byron's romantic hero. I wonder who he'd be on William Kidd's ship. Perhaps a marine pilot, boatswain, ship's doctor. Oh, a marine pilot. Miguel looks like a marine pilot. The one that guides the ship through the treacherous fairway. Sure, he is quite young for such a position, but he immediately strikes me as someone very responsible. I can imagine him bending over the maps, plotting the route for the pirate schooner. Just for a second, I felt the presence of an old-timey pirate right in front of me. I could smell the sea salt around me, but the sounds of old-timey rock music were drowned out by the noise of wind in the sails. Here I go again, losing myself in my fantasy world at the most inappropriate moment. I shook my head. Sorry, did you say something? I got lost in thoughts. Miguel stopped mid-sentence, one of his eyebrows gracefully arched in disbelief. Still, he let out a sigh and started his speech from the very beginning. Unfortunately, many of the documents that you requested from the museum are in our archives strictly on paper. He hesitated for a moment, but continued right away. Actually, all of them. I like the way he is speaking. How could this happen? It's a pretty funny story, actually. Oh, he's a sanguinic. I see. I like sanguinic type. A funny story? If they lost a whole bunch of historical documents, I don't really feel like laughing. One of our employees forgot to turn off the boiler in the museum basement before Christmas weekend and the pipe burst. Most of this paper got flooded, just like that. Is he serious? When he saw the murderer's look in my eyes, Miguel immediately started explaining things. Don't worry, all the documents that you requested weren't damaged in the flood. But they had to be redistributed to other places. I see, well, deathly silence enveloped our table. I need to get angry, look for other options. Maybe you have some kind of primary database. If it existed, you wouldn't need to come to the Dominican Republic at all. It's funny, but the documents were gathering dust in that basement just to be digitized later. I see. I didn't expect this. But the museum supplied me with a car and some money so that I could show you the historical monuments of the Dominican Republic. Didn't you want to get to better know our country? Yes, but I was planning to spend more time in the library and work with documents then too. The museum even organized a dive to the sunken Quedash merchant for tomorrow. Generally, diving in that area is prohibited, but we managed to get permission from the authorities. Seeing my hesitation, Miguel decided to give me a little push. Our museum is interested in your working with you. A new book on William Kidd is a shipwreck off the coast of the Dominican Republic is sure to attract more tourists. Yes, and I want to help you as much as I can. How could I refuse such an offer? I mean, obviously. I won't miss out on this. I'm offered a personal tourist guide, an entertainment program, and the opportunity to see the Quedash merchant. It's worth making some changes to my plans. How happy she is! At the same time, I'll get to know the island that I'm going to write about. strip club. We left the bar and walked out onto the deserted street. The bright sun has already disappeared behind the edge of the ocean. A cool salty wind blew through the water. We will set off to the merchant tomorrow, meaning you are totally free this evening. So, I can introduce you to Santo Domingo if you'd like. I'd happy to get some rest. With this guy, I'd happy to. Why not? I'd happily walk around the city in good company. Why these books? Excellent. I think we can walk along the promenade from the park to the Otsama fortress and then to the Museum of the Royal Houses. It's not far from here. Miguel +1. Of course, the museum will be closed by that time, but I have a key. Have you ever walked in your museum halls alone? What? Are you serious? Of course. No one's ever opened up a museum for me. Perfect, so I'll be the first. Miguel gave me a wide smile and mischievously winked, which turned him from an all-business type into a floating guy in the blink of the eye. Oh, it's just me, and I'm looking way deeper into this than I should. Whatever. Some light floating hasn't hurt anyone yet. Miguel turned out to be a really interesting person to talk to. He told me all about the history of the city with the passion of a man in love with his surroundings. I couldn't have ever imagined that someday I'd find myself in the Otsama Fortress, the oldest fort in the New World. It was built to protect Santo Domingo from pirate attacks. There is a whole network of the underground passages under the fort. We believe that Indian captives were held there, and their lost souls still wander in the labyrinths of those passages, confusing anyone that would be dumb enough to ground. You should write stories yourself. You'd be a great writer. First, I need to finish my thesis. By the way, a great view of the harbor opens from the keep. Let's go, you need to see it. Miguel grabbed my hand and enthusiastically led me up. Miguel, wait! However, I wasn't able to finish as we rapidly climbed onto the platform, which opened up a stunning view of the harbor. Oh, we should. The rays of the setting sun fell on the fortress, coloring the grey stones into a golden hue. Miguel looked at the sea, and I didn't know what he was thinking when he looked into the distance. But now he no longer looked like a doctor or a boatswain to me. This is how I would imagine a young Spanish officer on his maiden voyage, as he was saying goodbye to his native shores. He turned around to ask some pointless question, looked me in the eye, and didn't dare to break the silence that bound us. Butterfly! Or he simply forgot what he had to say. As did I, enchanted by his admiring gaze. I heard Miguel's struggling breath as I felt him cover my hand with his. As if by magic, we reached out to each other at the same time. And immediately bounced back when he heard other tourists climbing to the side. Oh, welp, that got awkward. Still, I wasn't the only one that felt jumpy. A barely noticeable blush appeared on Miguel's cheekbones. Let's move on. I want to show you the Museum of the Royal Houses. Our journey continued. It was like I got into a historical film, and turned into an adventurer in search of treasures myself. Though my treasures were canoes, armchairs, antique candelabra, paintings, Miguel opened an old massive door and led us into the museum, once a palace. We walked through deserted echoes halls, and the flow of the time slowed down for me. Say, Elizabeth, why are you writing about William Kidd? Francis Drake, Jack Rackham, or Anne Bonny are more likely to attract researchers' interest. I'll answer honestly, be original. Okay, I'll answer honestly. Miguel +1. William Kidd was my ancestor. I'm a direct descendant of his sister. This book of mine is the only way for me to redress a historical justice. You can laugh. We stopped in front of the model of some Spanish galleon. I won't. Restoring the honor of your family is a worthy case. This explains a lot. The discovery of the Kwedish merchant provides a chance to find real evidence of Kidd's innocence for the first time in years. Treasure hunters appeared in the country after the discovery of the wreckage, but their efforts quickly faded away. After all, it is officially stated that Kidd ordered the sale of the cargo from the Kwedish merchant, which he renamed the Adventure Prize. And the legends about the untold wealth hidden by Kidd popped up later, after the execution. Here is what's bothering me. A month before the flood, someone entered this place in the museum trying to steal the trade documents you requested access to. That's it. You didn't simply relocate the papers. It was a precaution. Yes, I didn't want to lose historical documents. Greed of fools that believe in fairy tales. Are you sure the treasure's not real? Otherwise, Kidd would have bargained for a pardon. Maybe. If it weren't for him being a stubborn Scotsman, hellbent on the fact that he was being hanged only for the lack of English blood in his veins. Okay, I think we should go back. Today was full of new experience and connections. Thanks for the great tour. I'll walk you to the hotel. You took a walk with Miguel. Oh! It didn't take us long to get to the hotel. Santo Domingo seems very small to me compared to the huge locales of London. We stopped in the lobby of the hotel, the same place where Miguel called out to me just a few hours ago. Thanks for seeing me off. I'm not sure I could have found my way along the web of streets you took me through. You wouldn't get lost. We moved along the coastline almost all the way. And for sure I would have burned with shame if at least one or other man called me mi amor or mi corazón. Please don't think bad of them. It's a Dominican tradition. They didn't catcall you. They just wanted to celebrate your beauty. Oh, No. For real? I swear. Also, I completely agree with them. Yes, you're so sweet, Miguel. Oh god, let's pretend I didn't say that out loud. I tried to hide my embarrassment with a laugh and looked away when suddenly my attention was attracted by a man leaving the hotel door. Carlos? No, I must be seeing things. Well, I have to go. It'll be a busy day for us tomorrow. Ah, right, sorry, I got distracted by a second. I'd love to show my latest chapters to Miguel right now. He's also fascinated by the topic of my book. Still, won't be misunderstand my intention if I invite him to my room. I need to invite him over, say goodbye. Well, guys, due to the glitches here in the game, I have no enough gems right now. Well. It's not enough gems anyways. Invite him in my room just to show some chapters. This is not safe. I don't know how to explain, but I know that it is a romantic choice, but taking into consideration logical reasons, I would have never done it. Okay, say goodbye. No, I shouldn't. I haven't even shown the text to my editor yet. Oh, and this is really important one. This is important reason. It was nice to meet you, Miguel. I'm looking forward to meeting you tomorrow. I'll drive up in the morning. Good night, Elizabeth. Bye. I waved goodbye to Miguel, waited until he was out of sight, and went to my place. When I got to my room, the door was ajar. Upon entering the suite, I saw the guy that was pestering me on the beach earlier, rummaging through my things now. When he noticed me, he jumped up and tensely stared straight at me. He clutched my backpack in his hands. Oh no, my laptop is in my backpack. It stores all my documents and the manuscript of the book. The only copy. Elizabeth, I consider you to be smart. Elizabeth. Ah, never, never. You are doing important work. Do copy. Really, guys, always try to do a copy. Don't be silly. I opened my mouth to let out a scream. Don't, chica. Security! Alejandro rushed to the open door to the balcony, but I dashed across the room to stop the bastard. It was no use, of course. I might as well have tried to stop a speeding train. The dumb-headed dog brushed me off with one hand, and I flew to the side like I was nothing. Right on the bedside table with an ice bucket with a bottle of champagne placed on top. I didn't have time to try it. Before I was able to finish the thought, my head collided with the edge of the table and my eyes dimmed. Okay. You hit Alejandro. You went on a date with Miguel. Yeah. You know, for now, I like Miguel. Really. Oh. Silk stocking +1. Adventurous +1. Carla's affection. Jessica's affection. Miguel's affection. Okay, I like the way that they are presented here, the way of the progress of our relationships, really. For example, Miguel's affections too. Yeah. Among 3 of them, I choose Miguel. He's really good. I like his appearance, his brain, maybe. For now, it is the best variant among 3 of them. And that's it, guys. That's all for now. I like the story and I hope you will like me playing it. Leave your comments below, but please without spoilers. So thanks for watching, see you next video, bye bye!